cleaning up the volume control and cleaning out the filter cap on the Philco. Good evening, YouTube, here on a Saturday evening at about 9:59 now in the PM. I decided to go ahead and I had a chance to do this. I was done watching things and taking care of business. We've been busily working on the BDST project, and Bob has been working on some other things as well. I alluded, I believe, in a comment to someone, I can't remember who it was now, that Bob bought him a new camera, and he may be making a new video here shortly with that new camera, so we'll get a chance to check that out. Before you see the pot that I worked on earlier in the evening and cleaned very well. Now I have cleaned all the terminals to where they are ready to put new wiring on, new the capacitor, the resistor that I got off of here measured, actually it was this way, but anyway, it's a 2.2 megohm resistor. It measures over 3.6 or 3.06. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'm going to go ahead and put a new one in anyway, because yeah, you know, it's just easier for me to do that than it is to try to use something that doesn't work. So I also removed this extra wire. Now this is the one I told you that had the tape on the end and went up around to the front. That went there also. Now there is two more connections here. There will be the one resistor going over this way. And there will be, I believe, just one more connection after that. There's a white wire that goes to the IF can. And I believe that's the only other one on there. There may be another one, I can't remember, but I'm thinking that was the only other one on there. It seems like there is another connection, but I think it's down the line somewhere. I may be wrong on that, irregardless, or regardless, or whatever. Not going to worry about it. I can get that on there if I need to. Again, this is the capacitor that goes to the tube. The first IF, or first audio. Well, I'm just not, I'm not with it tonight or something. That's the 0.01 connects to there and goes to the first audio tube. And this is actually, I believe, the low side. I could be wrong on that. In fact, I usually am, but I'm almost positive. This is our ABC side, I'm pretty sure, and that's the high side. So I know there's a couple of resistors attached here, not to this actual point, but they go to, you know, this point, end up there or something. So anyway, that's that. So the rest of this stuff, now my plan is to add extensions to each one of these wires. These wires are fine, there's nothing wrong with them. And I want to try to find something similar in color to these wires. And I'll heat shrink them and put that around them, and so that will be a good deal, and have all that done. I'm not really sure what that extra ground one is, but I know both of these were hooked up, so we will make the wires. It doesn't matter how long I make them. I know these wires go down to, let's see, around in this area here on the radio, so the switch will be here basically. So they're actually long enough right now probably to reach that, but I'm going to make them a little bit longer, and there's little pieces that I left or I cut off of these to make sure I knew where they went, and I will just eliminate those and take those directly to wherever they hook up to once I put the extra on there. It's just easier to do this way than it would be to try to put shrink tubing down in there. So I'm going to do it this way. Next thing on my list of things to do for you, I'm a poet and don't know it, is the capacitor. Now I have thought about this quite a bit, and I think what I'm going to do is take and grab this with a channel locks up here at the top and I can hold it there while I hold the what do you call it, on here, and basically maybe put some weight on here with a another pair of pliers or something, and I think that will allow it to slide out. Now this indentation will be a hindrance, so I probably will put a good bit of heat there so that this will slide past that, and hopefully that will get the job done. Not going to worry about it too much. I think once this thing starts sliding, I'm going to stop right there, get me something to put this in other than this paper towel, and I think that would be the best bet on that. So let's try to do that now and see what happens. Alright, we're going to pull on that a little bit, see what I can get. Get absolutely nothing, I can tell you right now. Well, now I don't know what to do. Let's see if we can dig in it a little bit, see if it, see, it still is as hard as a rock. So that's not working real good. I don't know if I just put my heat on that and tried to loosen that up. Hot, I can tell you that. Well, that's just not coming as good as I wanted it to. It is coming, no doubt about that. Putting some grooves in there, I didn't want to do that. But you have to hold that pretty tight. Oh yeah, here it comes. It's coming. Alright. Well, now that seems to work pretty darn good. Let me put this over here so I don't melt something. I think I probably already melted something because I can smell it. Maybe that's just this thing here, I don't know. Stinks, I tell you that. Probably should not have done that in here, but I did. Too late now. Let me lay that on top of that wood block. And I can maybe do something else with this. Maybe set it up here like this. Whew, I think I can put that on the wood block also. Alright, now we got that out. That's job one done. 1, 2, whatever it is. I'm happy that's done. Those got a little warm. So I imagine that's still warm. So I'm going to have to sit here until those things cool off, because I don't want to leave something that hot sitting around here without no supervision. So I'm going to end this here. It's 10:19 now. Like I said, I got that out, and the next job will be to make up my new capacitors using these ones I have bought over here. I'm not sure where the rest of them are at, but there's one of them. That's the 33 at 160. That's, I think, the main one there. I think that's the red one. Pretty darn sure anyway. So we'll get that one all set up. I think what I'm going to do is try to combine all the negatives, all obviously, and then put a heat shrink around those, and then run the wires for the rest of them individually and heat shrink as I go. I'm thinking that will be the best way to do it. I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking it is. Yeah, that thing is still warm, but it's not that warm. So, amazing. Simply amazing. Anyway, that ought to do me. I'm trying to coordinate my stuff here so that I can work on this, the cabinet, and the power supply. So that's pretty much all the videos you're going to see out of me in the next few days. I have all the parts I do believe now to make the power supply. I don't have the 10-turn pot yet, but I have the these pots here that I got in the mail today, which are 500k ohm, and I haven't checked those. I need to check those. But they're supposed to be 500k ohm pots, and I just won't have the accuracy as far as dialing in voltages with these that I would with a 10-turn pot, obviously. But these will work in a pinch, and at least we can get the testing done on the power supply and get it built and get it designed and housed and all that stuff. It's easy. It'll be easy enough to change the pot once the other one gets here, and that will just be an easy task. So that's what I plan to do. I'm not going to put the cover on, at least the whole cover I should say, until I get this all ready to be mounted in final versions, and then I'll put it all together. But for right now I'm going to leave it kind of open, and so that I can get in there and make changes if I need to and stuff like that.